Good morning, students. Let me first give you the answers of the home assignments that you got on 7th May. So, this was your question, and here are the answers. Please note it down in your copies. Now, let me proceed to today's topic, and the topic is forms of verbs. So, students, if you can remember that in the first class of verbs, we got to know that we can categorize verbs into three types, and they are be verbs, have verbs, and do verbs. So now we will know in detail about the forms of these three kinds of verbs. First of all, here I have shown you the forms of be verbs, and here the verbs are singular. So here in this table, in one side I have shown you the subject and in the other the verbs. Number 1 is I. With it the verb is am or was. Number 2 is you, with which the verb goes are or were. And number 3, he, she or it, and with it the verbs is or was generally goes. So it means that the verbs that you have been noticing here, the first verbs means the am, are and is. They signify the present tense, and the second ones that are was, were, again was, they are used in terms of past tense. Now let me show you the plural forms. So the plural subjects are we, with which the verbs are or were. Next one is you, with which you can use are or were. And the third one is they, again with which you can use are or were. It means that with all the plural verbs you can use are or were. Are will be used in terms of present tense and were in terms of past tense. Now here, for your convenience, I have mentioned a few examples. Number 1 is I am sleeping. So students, here you can see that I have used the singular verb am, that is in present tense, and again parallelly I have shown you the past tense of this one, that is I was sleeping. Next one is she is reading, which is in present tense, and its past tense is she was reading. The number 3, we are eating. It is in present tense, and its past tense is we were eating. And the last one is they are driving, and its past tense will be they were driving. So students, from this example, I hope that you have got some idea that how to use these singular verbs and plural verbs in terms of different tenses. Now go to the next form, that is have verbs. And here again I have divided the forms into two categories. One is singular and the next one is plural. So the subjects which falls under singular are I, you, he, she or it. And the verb that goes with I is have. Then the verb that goes with you is have. And the verb that goes with he, she or it is has. It means that with I or you can use the same verb, that is have, and with he, she or it you can use has. Now look at the plural forms. So here the first subject is we, with which you can use have. Next one is you, with which again we can use have. And the last one is they, and here also we have used have. So it means with all the plural form we have to use have verb. So students, these are some of the examples for your convenience. Number one is I have done the sum. Next, we have eaten our breakfast. Next, have you ever gone to Goa? Next, he has broken the window panes. And the last one, they have left for the party. Now, look at the next, that is forms of do verbs. Again, it has been divided into two categories, singular form and plural form. The subject of singular form is I, with which we can use the verb do. Next one is you, with which you can use do. And the last one is he, she or it, with which you can use does. Now the plural forms. The subjects that comes under plural forms are we, you and they. And here from this table you can see that with all these plural subjects you have to use the verb do. So now here are the examples. I will do the best I can. Do you like fish? She does the work very efficiently. They don't know the address. So students, in this example you can follow that how I have used the verb do in in terms of different subjects and tenses. But students, do verbs doesn't mean that you have to use the word do only. This means that any kind of doing words or action words. So if the subject is in singular form, that is I, you, he, she, it, anything, you can use any action word that comes or that falls in present tense. Similarly, but in case of he, she or it, you have to use the present tense of the doing word, as well as you have to put a s or es with it. And if the verbs are in plural form, then you can use the present form of the verb or the past form of the verb. So it doesn't mean that do verbs means only the word do or does. It means any action word. So here in this example I have used the word do or does only, and I have shown you how we can use this word in different variations. And now here are the examples which you can see and from which you can use the idea of how to use the action words accordingly, the plural and the singular forms. So number one is I eat strawberries. Number two is she eats strawberries. Number three is they went to the market. And number four is we went to market. So students, here in number 1 and 2 you can see that the meaning of the sentence is similar, but only the subjects and the verbs are different. In the first one it is I, with which I have used the action word eat, which is in present tense. And in number 2 the action word is she, with which I have used the action word eat again, but with which I have put an s, because from this table itself you can notice that with he, she or it we have to use s or es with the verb, and with I we can do the same action word. There will be no modification. Similarly, the next examples, she does the work very efficiently. Number 3 here, they went to market. And the last one is we went to market. Here again the senses are same in both the cases, but the subjects and the verbs are different. In the first case, the subject is they and the verb is went. And the second case, the subject is we and again the verb is same. It is because you can see from the table that with we and they we use do, means we can use the present form of a verb or the past form. There will be no other modification. That's why here I have used the past form of the word go. You can also use the present tense if you wish to do. So students, with it, here comes our discussion on verbs, and I have that I can perceive that you have got some idea on verbs, but if you need any further clarification, please ask me in the comment section. And these are your home assignments for today's class. Once again, I am reminding you, please don't send me the answers in the mail because I'll give you the answers on the next day. Thank you.